All right, guys. Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast. This is Abe, your host. It is May 17th, 2025. My hair's a wreck because I just got out of the bath, shaved and showered. Got up early this morning, did some mowing, so that was cool. Played a little bit of Zelda while drinking coffee, and honestly, where I got up early and I worked night shift, I'll probably end up going back to sleep, taking a nap, But yeah, I got the day off, so I figured I'd put a podcast out. I was going to go to the bank with my wife and settle up some business and try to get a buy me a coffee account set up. So I've talked about that before in a previous podcast. Go listen to that episode. It's called I'm a Shill. Check it out for the whole backstory. It kind of gets into what it is and what I'm trying to do here. But I had to mow the lawn today, dude. Like, we have been getting a shit ton of fucking rain, here in Kentucky. And, yeah, I haven't had the chance to mow, so I did that, but that's it for an update. So, hang on just a second. Okay, I talked about this a little bit, and I told you guys I would do a deep dive and actually cover the story. So, yes, if we have time, we will get into, like, conspiracy. And I may put out a conspiracy episode later today, perhaps, maybe, depending on how I feel. Might get two today. Who knows? I work at Clark's Pump and Shop, and I did an episode talking about just like in general. I did like one blue pill episode called My Crazy Week at Work. It's an eventful place. I don't make the best money, but it's the only place that seems to be hiring and actually hired me right now. God put me there, and I'm not trying to be like woo-woo and dramatic, but God put me there. I don't know why, I don't know what's down the road, but for some reason, God wants me at Clark's Pump and Shop right now. I'm cool with it. I love my job. I do love my job. I wish the pay was better, because I make like $13 an hour, which is gay. Steak and Shake next door, which is literally flipping burgers, makes like $15 an hour. And I don't know if you guys seen the prices out there, but yeah, I can't live off this shit. I can't get ahead, I'm driving a clunker. I've needed an oil change since like last October and still haven't got that done, because I'm not making fucking money, dude. I'm making money, but like just enough to live on. Like, I have no fucking spending money. It's gay as fuck. But I do, the co-workers are awesome, the crew is awesome, everyone's very understanding, everyone's nice. The actual job itself is like, it's not easy, it's challenging. Like, there's moments when it's super busy, and but it's just enough challenge. Like, you're not overwhelmed. That was my issue with Kroger, was every day was overwhelming, and I just couldn't handle it. Like, it mentally was breaking me, Why didn't you get all the shelves stocked? Why didn't you get it all done? And it's like, dude, I've got like 1 billion fucking pallets, and my bosses sucked. Like, David, he was a piece of shit. Like, yeah, it sucked, man. They treated me like shit, and honestly, I would rather make less money, and be happier and mentally healthier, than to make more money and be mentally unhealthy and miserable. Does that make sense? Because money can't buy happiness in certain ways. Money can buy happiness, but it can't. Like, if I was a millionaire, yeah, my life would be amazing. And I'd be an actual philanthropist. But if I'm just got a couple extra $100 in the bank and my life is miserable, like, nah, dude, it's not worth it. I'd rather eat a bologna sandwich and be happy than eat crab legs and be unhappy, if that makes sense. But the reason I went into that spiel is I work at the Nicholasville location, and I don't care if you guys know where I work. I don't care. I work at the Nicholasville location, and this story hit home. So someone won the Powerball jackpot in Kentucky, and basically it was, in Kentucky's history, it was the largest jackpot ever for Powerball. So this dude got the goose's golden egg, and I didn't know, because I don't gamble. When I do, look, man, you guys know me. I'm a friend of Bill. I got enough addictions in my life that I struggle with. Cigarettes, alcohol. I do smoke marijuana, you know. I don't consider that a drug or addiction, but I'm not addicted to it. Like, I literally smoke weed like once every 2 or 3 months, maybe, unless life is like super stressful, but I don't smoke weed that much. But gambling is not my forte. I will play scratch-offs every now and then. When I feel it, I will play it. I am a good gambler. I'm actually a dope-ass gambler. Like, I'll bet on horses. I do get into the Kentucky Derby. I know it's animal abuse, blah, blah, blah. But I find the history behind it, and actually watching the horses race and stuff, I enjoy the heat of the moment, you know. Everything's evil. We all know it. So I don't want to hear it, oh, they abuse the horses, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we all know. Everything's evil. Everything is evil. I get so tired of waking up in the morning and everything is evil, you know. I mean, that's why I can't be Christian. I'm like, don't you guys get tired of just waking up? I got tired of it when I was a Christian as a kid. Everything I liked was evil. The music I liked, evil. Movies I liked, evil. Video games I liked, evil. Women I liked, evil. I touched myself, evil. Everything's evil. You know, it's so annoying, dude. It gets to the point where it's like, well, if everything's evil, I just want to do it all, you know? But anyways, gambling, though. I'm not big on gambling. So, my boss, I love him to death. He's a good guy. He genuinely is a good guy. But, man, he is such a goody two-shoes, man. Like, he will work off the clock for, like, 2 hours sometimes. Hour and a half, 2 hours off the clock, he'll work. And he puts in his own money to buy shit for the company, and I don't know. The sad thing is, here's the saddest, most frustrating part, is the dude I'm talking about, my boss, like, he has the job that I literally want. There is no difference between a podcast host and a radio broadcaster. And you guys know my backstory, that I grew up listening to talk radio. This is one of my dreams, is to become a talk radio host. And then podcasting came along. So, like, it is literally, you had my dream. He was a talk radio host. And he did commercials, he worked for radio, he worked for K-Rock, like, he was famous. He's kind of a celebrity. And it's like, you had the dream, and he literally was like, yeah, I quit all that to work here. God put me here. And I know, I just said that, like, earlier in the podcast, but I'm like, I can't help but be jealous and angry at him. Like, dude, you quit radio for this? What? And it's just aggravating, because I've been doing this for over a decade, and I've made $30, and my shit has never taken off, you know? And it's just frustrating to watch someone have everything that you want and just throw it away to work at a gas station. And here I am working at a gas station, wanting to be in talk radio and podcasting as a career. And it's like, you had that and threw it away to work. I don't get it. I don't understand. But anyways, this dude brought it to our attention within a group text, basically saying, hey, one of our stores sold the biggest winning jackpot in Kentucky history. And I love it too because no one responded. Like, no one gave a fuck. And the reason why we didn't give a fuck is like, look, when I clock in, I give my 100%. I don't give 110%. I don't give less than 100%. I give you exactly 100%. I am giving you a service that you are paying for. As far as the corporation. Treat me good, I treat you good. You know? You go the extra mile, and I'll go the extra mile. I go in and I bust ass. They literally, at work, they call me the Beast. It's awesome. I love it. Ange, the dude I was talking about, he's a good guy. I do love him. But he calls me the Beast, man, because when I clock in, dude, I'm the fucking Beast. But at the same time, I don't have the whole... I don't wake up in the morning like, yay, I gotta go to Clark's. Like, this is my career. It's not my career. My career is podcasting. That's what I want to be my career. My American dream. But I still go in with a positive attitude, and I still go in and give them 100%. So, everyone else has the same mindset of like, we're here because we have to be here. So let's make the most of it. He's like the only worker who's like, I love this place. I love this place. This is my heart and soul. Like, here's an example, dude. Like, they're building a Long John Silver's and a Taco Bell next to us. And he's like, he's genuinely hurt and sad about it. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, they're building a Long John's over there. It's going to kill our food sales. Or they're building a Taco Bell next door. And I was excited. I'm like, dude, Taco Bell stays open till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. When I get off at midnight, I can go over there and get some fucking food. I can go home and eat, you know, and not have to microwave a corn dog. But, like, he actually cares about the company, which is, I don't know. You guys know how I feel. I'm not a communist or nothing, but I just don't give a fuck about these huge corporations. I really don't. Most of my work career has been for, like, Ma and Pa, Beaumont Inn. I'd rather work for a Beaumont Inn Ma and Pa than a, like, evil corporation, you know? So when he brought this to everyone's attention that one of our stores, like, apparently there's 3, there's one in Georgetown and then one in Lexington and the one in Nicholasville where I work. He was like, look what we did. Like as a collective, like, communistic mindset, I'm like, no one texted back because no one gave a fuck. Because literally, it wasn't us. Like, why do we care? We did nothing but sold a ticket, you know? It's not a win. Like, we don't care if the company wins or fails. We'll find another fucking job is pretty much our mindset. Like, you know. And I told people that with tons of my jobs. I worked for Kroger. I gave them 100% my best effort, but I could care less if Kroger failed or succeeded. You know? I feel the same way with Clark's. It's not a bad thing. It's just like, I could care less. If Clark's went under tomorrow, like, cool, I'll find another job. They'll probably get bought out anyways. But then another group text came through about this Kentucky Powerball winner. This dude fucked up. So you were granted the goose's golden egg. And let's get into the story. Kentucky man who won Powerball jackpot lands in Florida jail days later. This is by Dylan Lovan. Louisville, Kentucky. A Kentucky Powerball winner. Oh, Louisville, Kentucky AP is what this is from. A Kentucky Powerball winner was arrested and charged with kicking a police officer in Florida days after he won a $167 million jackpot. dude. And my thing is I talk to these like gamblers who come in because I am a cashier at a gas station, so I sell a lot of tickets. And they are the most greedy fucking people. And look, I ain't judging you. I play scratch offs, but I'm not a gambler. You know what I mean? Like, there's people who drink, but they're not alcoholics and they're not drunks. They just drink once in a blue moon, you know? So I look at it just like any other addiction. Porn, alcohol, it's all drugs. It's all fucking drugs. But they'll be like, dude, better play Powerball. And I'm like, why? And they're like, it's the highest it's ever been. It's $56 million if you win. You know, I'm like, dude, give me 1 million and I could change my life and a billion other people's lives around me, of good people who have been cool with me, and I'll be cool with you. And I tell people that you're cool with me and I'm cool with you. I could do so much philanthropy and change my life so much with just $1 million. And they'll go, that's all you want is $1 million? I'm like, dude, yeah, $1 million. I could change the fucking world. Like, and they're like, nah, dude, I got to get at least 50 million. I'm like, it shows me their actual genuine character. And it's, gambling is so gross. The whole thing just feels gross. But anyways, give me $1 million, I'd be happy, dude. James S. Farthing is the guy who goes by Shannon. Wait, your name is James, you're a dude, and you literally chose to be called Shannon? No judgment. You guys know me. I'm kind of woke. I'm a little bit woke. Hey, you want to be called Shannon? That's cool. My name's Abraham. You can call me Abigail. Sorry. Found out Sunday that he won the state's biggest ever jackpot after his mother called him. According to a media release, he didn't even know. He bought a ticket and didn't even know he won. What the fuck? Sorry. According to the media release from the Kentucky Lottery, the lottery said Farthing and his mother were splitting the winnings. Okay, so it was like a gambling pool. Now it makes sense. Just say that. But Farthing, 50, was in a Florida jail by midweek. According to media reports, he has been charged with battery of a police officer. By the way, I live in Kentucky, but I'm born and raised from Florida. So this hit home on two different storm fronts of like my home. This hit home literally both places that I've lived in, the only places besides like Detroit, Michigan for like a little bit of a time. Like, yeah, dude, like, I don't know, it's just interesting. The world is a small place. So, Farthing, 50, was in Florida jail by midweek, according to media reports. He has been charged with battery of a police officer and resisting arrest after a Pinellas County, which Pinellas, I was from Pasco County, and Hernando. I was born and raised in like Florida, but like I lived in Pasco County, which was Hudson, Florida. And then we moved to Hernando, Spring Hill, Weeki Wachee. And Pinellas County, I think that's West Coast. Sheriff's deputy was attempting to break up a fight between Farthing and another person in a hotel when Farthing kicked the officer in the face, just booted him. According to a police report written Tuesday, the officer told Farthing to turn around and put his hands behind his back, but Farthing attempted to flee. That's a felony right there, I believe. Fleeing police. I don't know, is that a felony? But it's another charge, I know that. So, assault on an officer, fleeing police, so that's 2 charges right there. Plus, apparently he was fighting with someone else, so that's a 3rd charge if the other person presses charges. I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. Farthing was booked into jail early Wednesday morning and remained in custody Friday, according to the county's online jail records. Farthing went to a lottery headquarters in Louisville, Kentucky. And by the way, it is spelled Louisville. When we first moved here, dude, we're from Florida. We speak English. And we kept saying Louisville because it's spelled Louisville. And they're like, no, it's Louisville. Louisville, Louisville, or Louisville, or Lawville. You'll hear like multiple different ways, but they don't call it Louisville around here. It's Louisville, Louisville, or Louisville. Louisville. Not Ville either, it's Vol. Louisville. You know, I don't know. It's fucking weird. It's dialect. Kentucky on Monday with his mother, Linda Grizzle, to claim their winnings. It's going to be a good Mother's Day, Grizzle told lottery officials. This is going to pay off my debt. Aw, poor thing's just trying to pay off debt. She's an old woman just trying to pay off debt, and her son's a fucking psycho. White trash. Grizzle said she called her son Sunday saying she thought they had the winning ticket. They rushed to the gas station where he bought the ticket to confirm it. The lottery said, I would have never dreamed it. It hasn't sunken in yet, she said. I feel bad for the mama. But I mean, if you're raising that much of a heathen, I do have to say, no, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. She could be a good mom and just honestly got a rotten egg, you know. In an interview with WKYT TV that Sunday, Farthing said the winnings would help his mother. Then why were you getting drunk in Florida kicking cops in the face, dude? I've caused a lot of stress on her, you know. Yeah, you did. I've made some bad decisions in life. Yeah, and you still are. And you know, God's been good because I've kept my faith and done right, he told the news. Fuck you and your stupid Christian bullshit, man. Hail Satan. Dude, I get so tired of fucking Jesus. Shut the fuck up. You're white trash. You kicked a cop in the face. You literally were granted the golden goose egg and you fucked it all. You fucked it all. That was another thing that was talked about in the second group chat. When this dude got arrested, my boss was quiet as a mouse. The goody two shoes that I was telling you about. And everyone else was just jumping in that message chat, like responding, because it's like somebody found this article and was like, dude, the guy who just won just fucking ruined his life. He kicked a cop in the face. You realize how much that cop is going to get out of a lawsuit? And cops are all Freemasons, just like judges are all Freemasons, and Fraternal Order of Police, and Oddfellows, and Order of the Jesters. They're all in one big group and you ain't in it. You just lost at least like half your fucking money. This dude is going to make so much fucking money off of you kicking him in the face. It's fucking hilarious. The winning numbers were 1, 12, 14, 18, and 69. Sorry. I don't know much about numerology. You can look into that if it means something in gematria. Let's ask Truth Seeker. Hey, Truth Seeker, what's that mean in gematria? He loves gematria, which cracks me up because he's a Christian and gematria is divination and that's a sin. But for some reason, all these Christian YouTubers all do gematria. But it's like, dude, that's a sin. You're not supposed to be doing that. Well, you do it. Yeah, I'm not a Christian. Alright. The family was told they could take a cash option of $77.3 million, receive 30 graduated annual payments for the winnings. Lottery officials said that the total was the largest Powerball jackpot ever won in Kentucky history, topping $128 million jackpot in 2009. So that was... No, I was living here because I graduated 2010. Online court records in Kentucky show Farthing has been arrested several times in recent years on several charges, including assault and domestic violence. Which, I live in Kentucky. I'm a Southern gentleman. Like, I was born in... Oh, I got hiccups. Born and raised in Florida. So, there is a lot of alcoholism and wife beating that goes on here and there. So he's got a record for being a wife beater and apparently fighting people, which makes sense, because he kicked a cop in the face when he had it all. You could have it all. An attorney for Farthing listed in court records did not immediately respond to an email message Friday. So, I do have to say this. Let me go pee real quick, and we will talk about this just a wee bit more. Sorry, I had to go to the restroom. So, the dude hit the jackpot. Literally and figuratively. I do have to say, though, if he's this Farthing guy, Shannon, if he's fighting all this shit, it's a good time to fuck up your life, because now you got millions of dollars to spend on a lawyer. And I don't know, I've been through the court system. I have an ex-wife who she's deceased now. Just kidding. Because she's in hell. Probably. If there is one. But, yeah, dude. Anyone who's been to court fucking knows whoever has the most money wins. It's literally a game of who's going to run out of money first. The only reason I really won, it was a waiting game. The only reason I really won anything like full custody and, you know, like won my divorce, like won everything in court, was because I have a rich nana who gave me the money, and I did pay her back in full very quickly at that, who had tons of money she was sitting on, who could just, here you go, keep giving, here you go, grandbaby, you know, you gonna win this one. My ex-wife ran out of fucking money, dude. That was the only reason I fucking got as far as I did. That's literally how court works. Whoever runs out of money first loses. So, that's just how it goes. It sucks. I hate that the American legal system is like that. So this guy, he's gonna have to pay a shit ton of money to that cop. Because, you know, those are the dogs for the elites, you know. They call them the dogs. That cop's gonna make out like a bandit. The reason why this story is getting so much coverage is because of Florida sunshine laws. They have actual freedom down there under DeSantis, with like freedom of press and like actual journalists being allowed to do their fucking jobs and shit. But I don't know, dude. It's just, it makes me so sad, because it's like, and I tell people, like, dude, I want, this is, like, people say I want to win the lotto so I can get as much bitches as I want and I could be fucked up 24/7. I don't want that. I'm being genuine and I'm not lying to you. I want to win the lotto so I can live comfortably. Comfortably. Not even ritzy. Just comfortably. I want to live comfortably and be able to change this world and make this world a better place than how it was when I came into it. I don't know. I wish I remembered who told me that, but it was like such a profound statement. Make the world a better place than how it was when you came into it. And I'm like, dude, that's to live by, dude. That is to live by. I don't know. I hope y'all enjoyed. there might be another episode later. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I told you guys I'd do an episode covering this. It's just craziness. And my company, the store in the next town over, the same owner and everything, it just kind of hit close to home, and it was like, dude, I gotta report on this shit. Y'all have a good day. Please like, share, and subscribe, and catch y'all later.